forever bereft of the people who gave their lives meaning. We wondered, if this could happen to them, could something like this happen to us too someday, when we least expect it? This national disaster affected all of us in some terrible way. We mourned with those who mourned, wept with those who wept, and extended ourselves to do whatever we could to help, but it never seemed enough in the face of such unimaginable tragedy. The loss was too great, the destruction too massive. Immediately afterward, prayer suddenly became the right thing to do. God was invited back into our public gathering places. This not only awakened new fear, it also awakened new faith. People saw that they couldn't handle life without God after all. There were many gut-wrenching questions about why this had happened, and people looked to God for the answers. They found prayer was an answer that had been forgotten for too long. If God keeps our tears in a bottle, as the psalmist says, Psalm 56, verse 8, then heaven must have been flooded in the aftermath of that morning. Our flow of combined tears became a mighty river of unity that we had not known before in this country. It flowed out to others, even to strangers on the streets, and it flowed back to us in the outpouring of love and compassion from people all over the world who shared our grief. We who saw these events on television or in person will never be the same. We witnessed the unimaginable. We were exposed to incomprehensible evil. We watched thousands of people disintegrate in front of our eyes. We may have gone back about our business because we had to, but it will never be business as usual again. We look at each other differently now, with new eyes of appreciation, with new eyes of suspicion. We may have resumed our lives, but our minds contain the knowledge that something bad could happen at any time. We've gone back to building for tomorrow, but we can't be certain what tomorrow will bring. Anyone who doubted the existence of evil can't deny it any longer. They've seen it in action. Even the pictures of Ground Zero, with the endless smoke rising over mass destruction, resembled what hell must surely look like. Satan had left his imprint. His destructive design for our lives was revealed in the rubble, in the ashes of lives that are no more. Have we cried our last tear over this horrible event in our nation's history? Have we gotten to the point where we can see our flag or hear our national anthem and forget all it meant and symbolized for us in the days following September 11th? I hope not. Will we take for granted the freedom for which thousands of brave men and women have given their lives over the years? Will we again feel so secure that we think we don't have to look to God as a nation anymore? I pray not. Even as our lives return to normal, it is a new normal that is changing every day. There is constant concern in our country about one thing after another, and two entirely different worldviews are at odds. The world seems to be spinning out of control. There are wars and rumors of wars, nations rising against nations and kingdom against kingdom, earthquakes, famines, troubles, sorrows, persecutions, and where have we heard all this before? Oh, wait, I remember. In the 13th chapter of the Gospel of Mark in the Bible, God tells us that all of these things are coming, but what he instructs us to do is watch and pray. Mark chapter 13, verse 33.